Hello there, Internet. Welcome to Table for One, my weekly stream where I play games by myself in my basement. Notice the dim, dingy lighting. It's a personal choice so that the cards show up on the table better because I'm going to be playing some Marvel Champions tonight. And I've sleeved all the cards, so, it cuts down on the glare. But subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below if you want to see stuff. Subscribe to the channel is the big one. That super helps grow everything. I don't know. I'm going to try not to ramble too much. Let's get into it. Let me switch over to the game. Boop. Oh, there we go. A little fancy picture-in-picture. We're good to go. So tonight, Marvel Champions. I am going to be taking Hawkeye against Nebula because I used the fancy randomizer wheel app thingy on my phone and it told me so. And I haven't done that combo yet. So it's going to be interesting just because I've never played any of this. I haven't played Hawkeye before, haven't faced Nebula before. It's going to be quite the poop show, I'm guessing, more than likely. So why don't we dive on in? I will get some music going for everybody and play. There we go, little stream beats from Senpai Records. Okay, so Marvel Champions, I assume if you're watching this, you've played it or seen videos of it. And if not, well, you'll pick it up as you go because you're going to watch me play. We've got Clint here, who has a hand size of 6. So let me go ahead and draw my cards, which I have shuffled, I promise. And even if I were going to cheat, who cares? It's my game. I'm playing by myself. There's 4, 5, and 6. So there's the 6 cards from my hand. Now, let's look at Nebula. She has the Power Stone. She has her ship. I have the Milano, which is kind of neat. Again, never played Nebula or any of that, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Attach Power Stone, which I've done. Discard the top 2 per player cards of the encounter deck, then attach each technique attachment discarded this way to Nebula. So we get rid of Criminal Past. Ooh, I'm okay with that. And Rogue Vessel, which is also I'm okay with. So no techniques for Nebula to start with, which is awesome. So let's flip that over. And we're going to start this with 2 threat on it per person. And then X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. So apparently her ship's going to get evasion and make it that much harder for me to stop the scheme. But that being said, let's go ahead and kick this off. So I got a whole handful of goodies. I've got a lot of arrows. Got some strength and some genius. And then I've got Hawkeye's quiver, which is awesome. So, spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck, and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. I'm going to do that. So, let's see. Exhaust. Let me see which arrow I want to give up to do this. Stun an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. 5 if it's already stunned. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. Sonic Arrow is exhaust Hawkeye's bow. Confuse an enemy, deal 3 damage to it. 5 if they're already confused. Again, I've never played Hawkeye, so I don't know which of any of these is good. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the explosive arrow. And I'm going to use that for the 1 resource to do Clint's action to find his bow. Hawkeye's bow right at the bottom. Do a little bit of shuffle. Little bit of shuffle. Little bit of shuffle. There we go. I'm then going to play that for 0, because apparently you can. Your hero gets +1 attack, and each of your arrow attacks gains range. Good to know. Alright, I'm going to then spend... So I actually got Hawkeye's quiver in my hand when I drew. So I think that's pretty good. Again, I don't really know. I've never played Hawkeye before, but we're going to find out. I'm going to go ahead and chuck the Sonic Arrow to get his quiver in play. I'm then going to flip to his hero side. Quick draw, action, exhaust Hawkeye, ready Hawkeye's bow. Okay. So, I'm then going to do, what is this? Let's see. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. 5 damage instead if it is already stunned. Alright, well, might as well get this party going. I'm going to use the Genius card for 2 resources to do Electric Arrow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. 5 instead if it is already stunned. Alright, so let's see. I'm obviously attacking Nebula. She's not already stunned. So she is now stunned. I'll put that underneath. And deal 3 damage to her. So I'm going to deal 3 damage for 14, takes her down to 11. Let's see. Forced response on the Power Stone is after a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack, attach Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. Single attack. I didn't tech. It's a hero action attack, so it does count. So I get the Power Stone. And if anyone's watching this, I assume after the fact, because nobody's live currently. But I don't care, because I'm playing with myself. Giggity. But yeah, feel free to comment below if I'm not supposed to do that. But this is an attack, because it says so in parentheses. So after the attack, I get the Power Stone. I'm going to do my Hawkeye's Quiver. Hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's Quiver. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event and attach it face up to this card. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take the electric arrow and attach it to the quiver. I'm then going to shuffle my deck. I'm then going to exhaust Hawkeye to ready Hawkeye's bow. Your hero gets +1 attack, and each of your arrow attacks gains ranged. Ranged attacks ignore, retaliate. Good to know. I'm now going to do my electric arrow because I still have that strength in my hand. Booyah. That's 2 for electric arrow because Hawkeye's Quiver. Let me just make sure I read this right. You may play arrow events attached to this card as if they were in your hand. Yep. I'm going to exhaust Hawkeye's bow. Stun an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. 5 instead if it's already stunned. So I'm going to deal 5 more damage to Nebula, taking her from 11 down to 6. So I'm off to a pretty good start with Hawkeye. But as this game loves to do, and you'll probably see in 2 seconds, I don't typically finish strong because, yeah, this game is brutal. But that being said, let's go ahead. That was the hero phase, correct? Yep. Played cards, triggered everything, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty much all of it. All right, so no cards to discard from my hand, so I get to draw up to my hand size, which is now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got some good stuff here. I get to ready all my exhausted cards. And now we go to the villain phase. So first, forced interrupt. When the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter on Nebula's ship. There we go. Shoot the thrusters. First player action, exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type and remove 1 evasion counter from here for each resource spent this way. Okay, so good to know. So now she is going to, let's see, when the villain phase begins, place that there. Then this kicks in, so that's going to be 1 threat. X is equal to the number, so it's 1 per player currently, so 1. So now, the villain each engaged minion activates once per player. The enemy will attack, except she is stunned, so the attack is canceled. Do I still boost off that? I always forget this. Again, comment below if you notice a mistake. But that being said, I think she still gets a boost card. No. Alright, again, I'm playing solo, so I get to look it up. If you want to skip ahead a few seconds, feel free. And you can then look and see if I'm wrong or not. Let's see. Stunned. I'm looking it up in my little rules reference on the phone. There we go. If a stunned hero ally attempts to attack, discard the stun status and yeah. So no boost card. So she tries to attack, stunned, cancels it. So now encounter card. When Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability on each technique attachment in play, then discard each of those attachments. Well, it doesn't matter. So, all right, encounter card. Combat ready, treachery, when revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card, then resolve its special ability. So we've got... Let me just make sure I'm reading this right. Discard cards. So we get rid of Cannonade, and we find Cutthroat Ambition. Attached to Nebula. Nebula cannot take more than 5 damage from a single attack special. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. Well, that's not great. Yep, okay. So that's Nebula's encounter phase. Back to me. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, so I've got a cable arrow, a sonic arrow. I got marksman, expert marksman, which is pretty good. I'm going to spend Tigra for 1 energy to give myself the expert marksman upgrade. I'm just trying to figure out. Let's see. Sonic arrow, confuse an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. That's pretty good because I'm going to be switching back to hero form, I think. So let's do this. Let's do this, shall we? I'm going to exhaust expert marksman and the Milano. I'm going to do both of those to pay for sonic arrow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, confuse an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. So she is confused, and she takes 3 damage, putting her down to 3. And then... I'm then going to, when your hero makes a basic exhaust a weapon upgrade on your hero gets +3 for the attack. Ooh. Item, skill, weapon. So, I'm going to exhaust Hawkeye to ready Hawkeye's bow. I'm then going to exhaust Hawkeye's bow. Let's see, yep. And spend the energy from Mean Swing to do Cable Arrow. Exhausting the bow, remove 3 threat from a scheme, ignoring crisis icons. Well, I don't care about crisis icons right now, but I am going to remove 3 threat from a scheme. I'm then going to flip to Clint Barton. I already have Hawkeye's bow, so I don't need to use that action. It must be something that like gets rid of his bow or something, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, I think that's my turn for Hawkeye. I'm going to do Hawkeye's quiver, actually, before I forget. Exhaust the quiver, search the top 5 for an arrow card. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got explosive arrow, which I'll put on the quiver. I will then shuffle these back in. Okay, so far so good. Nebula's at 3. She's confused. Okay, so that is mostly my turn, I believe. So now I'm going to no cards to discard. I've used them all. I'm going to draw up to my hand size, which is currently 6 because I'm in alter ego form. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to ready all the exhausted shenanigans. Hawkeye's quiver, which has an explosive arrow on it. These guys. Okay. Now we're going to go to the villain phase. We get a evasion counter on Nebula's ship. The villain will then scheme, and now it's 2 per player because of Nebula's ship. Now Nebula is going to engage with me, however she is confused, so that goes away. However, she does have forced interrupt. When Nebula initiates an activation, resolve the special ability on each technique attachment in play, then discard it. So this still does happen. She's going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. And then we discard it. And that's it, because she is confused, so she doesn't get to do anything else. So now it is encounter card time. We are going to get Shadow of the Past, which means reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play, engage with you. That would be Mr. Crossfire here. I'm not going to lie, I'm not very familiar with Hawkeye in the comics, so Crossfire is a bit of a mystery to me. He looks kind of lame, let's be honest. But then again, arguably Hawkeye could be considered kind of lame. Although I won't knock Renner, he did pretty good, all things considered. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion, put it into play. Engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. That would be marked for death. Yeah, just put that right there, I guess. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis and counter cards. These 3 right here. Just go 1, 2, 3. And then we will give the deck a shuffle. Shadow of the Past will go there. When revealed, the Clint Barton player searches their hand, deck, discard pile, and play area for Mockingbird and places her face up beneath this card. When this stage is defeated, return Mockingbird to her owner's hand. Gotcha. So that's shuffled. Mockingbird happens to be... Ooh. I took both versions of Mockingbird. I think that's probably why they have you do that. I don't know. So again, I don't deck list. I said this in a previous video that I did. I don't deck list, so I'm not quite sure. Like, I guess maybe Mockingbird's good or not. I don't know. But either way, the deck list that I picked had me add the regular version of her as well as Hawkeye specific. So, because I had her in my hand too. So I guess I just throw Mockingbird there, and then I get to have the cool one that I care about, I guess is why you do it. But again, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to put both under there, but I don't think so. But that was the encounter. Let's see. Quick Strike, Crossfire's attacks gain Piercing. Okay, so I need to look up what Piercing and Quick Strike do. Let's see. Where's the thing? It's under keywords. Again, feel free to skip ahead a couple. Quick Strike. After the enemy engages a player, it immediately attacks that player if they are in hero form, which I'm not. So Quick Strike doesn't go off. And then Piercing, I believe, is either ignores tough or just gets rid of tough. I'll have to look it up. It doesn't really matter right now because I don't have tough on my character, but... Piercing Marvel Champions. Hall of Heroes. Attack with Piercing discards any tough status cards before dealing damage. Gotcha. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm in alter ego form. So, that's the villain's turn. It's now my go. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is adjust my deck a little bit so you guys can see. I'm going to do Shoot the Thrusters. I'm going to exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type. I'll go ahead and spend... I'll spend Earth's Mightiest Heroes because I don't have a second person out yet, and I will spend... I'll spend this Mockingbird because I don't really care about her. Well, hold on. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. She's pretty great. I will, however, spend Sentry. So there's 2 resources and tapping the Milano. Remove 1 evasion counter for each resource spent this way. Oh, so I only had to spend 1 if I wanted. I'll do 2. There we go. Nebula ship can suck an egg. Trying to keep it PG-13. on the old channel, on the old video. Okay, so that was the Milano. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do. I'm going to get rid of Mean Swing again. I haven't really needed it just yet. Pay that once for Expert Marksman. I'm then going to I'm going to switch over to Hawkeye. I'm going to exhaust Hawkeye's quiver to look for another arrow, just to see what I got for options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, vibranium arrows, cable arrows. So that's remove 3 threat, which is good. Exhaust the bow, deals 6 damage to an enemy, gains piercing. Also really good. Let's see. Search top 5 of your deck for an arrow event and attach it. Okay, so I will. Take the cable arrow? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll take the cable arrow. Shuffle the rest in. Because I got to keep the threat down, but I also have an explosive arrow, which will work on Nebula and what's his face. Shuffle my deck. Okay. So now. Just remembering what all the stuff does. Okay, I've got Mockingbird in my hand left and Avenger's Tower. Can't really spend either of them just yet. So I'm going to hold on to those two for the moment. I'm going to do my Expert Marksman to do Cable Arrow. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Going to keep them off the main. And then I'm going to, and I have to exhaust Hawkeye's bow to do that. I'm then going to exhaust Hawkeye to ready his bow, at which point I will do the bow to do explosive arrow with my other Expert Marksman. And that will be 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. So that'll be 3 damage out of 4 to Crossfire. It'll be 3 to Nebula, which will kill her. Or let me rephrase, kill her level 1. Let's just be very clear on this. Okay, so let's see. Nebula is tanked. Get out of here, Nebula. First technique attachment each player reveals. The first technique attachment each player reveals each round gains Surge. Oh, I think I messed that up from the first one when I revealed a technique. Or no, that was from something else, so I think I'm okay. I think I didn't cheat, but I might have. But whatever. I'm still playing against myself. Okay. Let's see. That looks like Hawkeye's turn. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to keep both of these. I'm going to draw 3 to get up to 5. There's that. I'm going to ready everything. Okay, that's, I'm just looking at the screen there. It looks pretty good. I mean, not great, but okay. So Nebula is now on. Nebula 2, hit points 17. Yikes. All right, so now villain, very start, force interrupt. Her ship gains an evasion counter. Then the main scheme, main scheme will gain threat. That's what I meant to say. And now Nebula and Hawkeye are going to. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Nebula and Crossfire are now going to attack Hawkeye. So first, we're going to attack with Nebula. She gets a boost card. When revealed, no, so boost is 0 because it's a treachery card. So huzzah! That actually didn't go so bad. When she initiates an activation, she resolves special on each technique attachment in play. She doesn't have any. So she'll just do 2 damage to me, taking me down to 7. And then Crossfire will do 2 damage to me as well, taking me down to 5. Yeah, I think that's it actually for them. Let's see. Yep, that looks like it's all set. Encounter card. Caught off guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards are discarded this way, this card gains Surge. An upgrade or a support. I'm not getting rid of... Oh, it has permanent anyways. I guess I will get rid of one of my expert marksmen. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Now I get it. I'm going to get rid of Hawkeye's bow, because now I can get it back. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not too shabby at all. Oh wait, hold on. Mark for death. I think that's the symbol for another card. Let's see. Again, trying to remember. Acceleration. Oh no, that's acceleration. There should be an extra scheme, right? Acceleration. 1 additional threat. Yep. That's what it was. 1 additional threat. Bink. Okay. So now it's my go. All right. So far, not too many mistakes. Like I said, I think maybe I was supposed to surge on a technique there, but I don't think so. I'd have to play the tape back and see. Okay, so Hawkeye is going to I think I will just attack. Yes. I'm going to attack Nebula for 3. Putting her down to 14. And then I'm going to flip over to Clint. I'm going to spend 1 resource of any type. I'm going to spend the resource on the Milano to find Hawkeye's bow. It goes into my hand. It says to shuffle my deck, but I don't need to. I'm then going to play Hawkeye's bow because it's a 0. I'm going to figure out my resources here. I'm going to spend a Vibranium Arrow and Earth's Mightiest for 2 energy. Nope. Nope, nope. Hold on a tick. I'm going to spend Avenger's Tower. Oh, I should have done that differently. Oh, well. I will spend Avenger's Tower. And I will spend Earth's Mightiest Heroes and a Vibranium Arrow to bring Mockingbird out. When the villain initiates attack against you, spend 1 resource of any type from Mockingbird to your hand, prevent all damage. Not bad. I think I'll hold on to her. Oh, no. I had lost that before I got to attack. So I did that right. Okay, so response. That's all set. Okay. Can't really do anything else right now. I mean, I got Mockingbird. She will go ahead and attack Crossfire to get rid of him. And then she will take 1 in turn because of the little star doohickey. And then I think I'm done. So Clint will refresh, as well Mockingbird and the Milano. I will draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Got all those. Okay. So that was the hero turn. Now it's the villain turn. Nebula's ship gains an evasion token, which means, stupid mark for death means Art of Evasion hits the full 6. So Warp Drive Initiated kicks in. When revealed, place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship. Ruh-roh. So now she's got 4. For each evasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard the top 2 cards of each player deck and the encounter deck. So I got to discard, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not great at all. Counter deck's not so bad, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then we flip over to Warp Drive Initiated. Starts with 3 threat on it. X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. Ah, son of a biscuit! Okay, so that was just that shenanigans. Or no, I did that, and then that triggered. So I've already done that, so we're good. I don't have to add any more threat. We've already kind of passed that phase. So now Nebula's going to scheme against me with a boost of, 3 plus 2. So that's going to be 5 threat on the main scheme. Already up to 8. Look at that. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's... Oh, wait. No, hold on. Acceleration. Oh, wait, no, that was her scheming. Haha. Oh, wait. Shit. Nope. The acceleration from Marked for Death would have gone on the first one, which then finished the scheme, so that's all set. So I am good. I'm safe at 8, maybe. Okay, so now encounter card. Peril. While you are resolving this card, other players cannot help you. Oh, well, haha, I'm playing by myself. When revealed, choose 1. Exhaust the Milano, spend 2 fist resources, or stun the first player. Well, I definitely don't want to be stunned. Do I have fist resources worth playing? I'm gonna get rid of. Jarlborg, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Jarlborn and Mean Swing, which may or may not be a solid decision. But I'm gonna get rid of those 2 to not deal with the other things because I want the Milano. I feel like that's 2. That's 1 wild. But oh no, but I need the Milano to get rid of that thing. Yeah, no, so I want the Milano up there. Okay. Yep, that's what I got to do. All right, my go. Player phase. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and flip to Hawkeye. Let's see. I'm going to exhaust his quiver. 1, 2, 3. I got to shuffle my deck, which I believe means I either get an encounter card or I put an acceleration token down. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up in a second. Four, 5. All right, I found an electric arrow. There we go. Okay, let me see what happens. Can never remember those 2 things, the running out of the encounter and the player deck. So again, apologies. Empty player deck. That player immediately deals himself 1 card from the encounter deck. That's right. Okay. So that'll be for next turn. Okay. So that was the quiver. I'm then going to I think I need to thwart with Hawkeye as much as that sounds dumb. So let's see. Your hero gets +1 attack, and each of your arrow attacks gains ranged. So I could do 3 damage to Nebula with the arrow. I could then do 2, 3, 4 damage with Hawkeye. So that would be 4 and 3 is 7. That'd be half right there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Milano on Nebula's ship. That will be up to 2 resources of any type. Remove 1 evasion counter. All right, War Machine is gone, and Avengers Mansion is gone. I'll get rid of these 2. I will then thwart with Mockingbird, which will give me 1 there. I will remove 2 threat from the main scheme. 7. So right now it's going to be 3, 4 threat, which is enough to lose the... I got to get rid of more threat. Okay. So I'm going to then thwart with Hawkeye for another 2. So I was at 6. Minus 2 is 4. Okay. Math. Trying to do math. Okay. So that puts me at 4, so I won't die instantly on the next one. That's from the thwarting. Now I'm going to then spend both my expert marksmans to pop the electric arrow, which will, and I gotta swap the bow, or exhaust the bow rather. I gotta exhaust the bow to do that. That'll be 3 damage to Nebula, putting her down to 11. And more importantly, stunning her. And then I think that's all I can do. Nope, I'm going to spend Battle Fury to give myself target acquired, which is a hero response of getting rid of the boost icon. So that's not too bad. Okay, now I'm done. So I ready everything. I then draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my turn. Villain phase. Nebula ship gains an evasion counter. Now the villain schemes. That will be 3 plus 1 from that is 4, putting me at 6, 7, 8. 8 threat on the warp drive initiative. Okay, this is getting down to the wire. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Hawkeye, we've got Hawkeye's bow, all that stuff is done. Main scheme has been threaded, etc. Now Nebula activates, except she's stunned when she goes to attack me, so her attack is basically done. It's wasted, quote unquote. So now the encounter card, get another one. So we've got another scheme, Lethal Intent. When revealed, so it gets 2 threat on it. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. The first technique attachment each player reveals each round gains surge. Great. So there's the attachment. And then it gains surge. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on. Apologies as I look up the stuff. Keywords, surge. After an encounter card with this keyword is revealed, the player resolving the card reveals an additional encounter card. Complete the process of resolving the original before... Alright, so I attach the concussion blasters to Nebula. Oh wait, whoops. Haha. Hold on, I messed that up. Discard the cards until a technique is revealed. I just saw like blaster things. That's from the under attack thing. So just keep discarding till I find a technique. There we go. And then it gains Surge, so I reveal another card, which is Assault. When revealed, hero, the villain attacks you. Okay, so she's going to attack me for 2 when Nebula initiates an activation. So she's already initiated her activation, technically, but she's just going to attack. Reduce the amount of damage Nebula takes from each attack by 1. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. So none of that actually triggers, so I think I just take 2 damage if I'm reading this right. So it'll put me down to 3. Actually, hold on. When the villain initiates an attack against you, spend 1 resource of any type and return Mockingbird to your hand. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. I'm going to spend a lightning resource, and I'm going to return Mockingbird to my hand to negate the damage. So I'm at 5 still. That was from the Assault Treachery, so that's all done. Gang up. When revealed, hero, the villain, and each minion engaged attacks you. Alright, so now she's going to attack me for 2, putting me to 3 because I'm not going to defend. Because I can't, because I need stuff to do. And then this is the extra encounter card next time. Okay. Alright, that was Nebula's turn. It was pretty brutal for me. But so far, I'm doing alright. Okay, so now, my go. I'm going to... Oh, whoops. The first attack she would have boosted with that would have been, after the activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special ability. And that would have been the Mockingbird block. You are stunned. If you are already stunned, give Nebula 1 face-down boost card. So I am stunned. Good to know. Okay. And then, so her second attack she would have boosted. And that would have been 2 boosts, so that would have been 2 more damage. However, I am going to discard target acquired to prevent it, so it's still the 3 damage. Haha, okay. Now she's done. I have not cheated. We're good to go. Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm going to exhaust Hawkeye's quiver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got electric arrow, stun an enemy, deal 3 damage, or explosive. I'm going to take electric. It's definitely better in this situation. Shuffle the deck. Okay. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 resources. I mean, Sentry's pretty cool, but he's got to go. So I get Mockingbird back out. Okay, Mockingbird is going to... We got that one last thing. Okay. Mockingbird is going to thwart for 2 to get rid of these 2 threat. Hawkeye is going to... Oh, how much damage did I take? Just 2? Because I canceled the boost on that one. Okay, so I still have the Power Stone. Haha! Okay, so... Okay, I have to kind of do this. I'm going to do Expert Marksman to do Cable Arrow to remove 3 threat from a scheme. And I have to exhaust the bow to do that. Then I'm going to thwart with Hawkeye for 2. To get rid of lethal intent. Whew. I have nothing left to do with the Milano, unfortunately. think I'm done. I think. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yes. Not really anything else I can do. Okay. I'm going to ready everything. And I'm going to draw my cards, which is 5, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to be pretty. Nebula's ship gains that. Then we scheme, which is 1 plus 4 is 5, putting us at 8. Game's almost over again. Not great, but it is what it is. Let's see. Okay. So now, unfortunately, I didn't get to stun Nebula. I kind of wish I had, but I didn't. Whew. Okay, so she's going to go. Forced interrupt. When she initiates an activation, resolve the special ability of each technique attachment in play, then choose and discard one of them. So, first, let's see. So discard 1 card at random from your hand. You are stunned. If you are already stunned, give Nebula 1 face-down boost card. Ugh. All right, well, I'm stunned, so she's going to get a face-down boost card. And then I got to get rid of a card randomly from my hand. Randomly. I'm not looking. All right, I got rid of Martial Prowess. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, so, and then I gave her the boost card. So now I'm going to get rid of the wide stance because that one's a little bit rougher. I don't like the losing a card. Okay, so now she is going to attack me with a boost card, which means 2 boost cards. Shazam. So we've got 1 Vibranium Armor. That's just an extra damage because she's attacking me. So that'll be 3 damage currently. And then this one, after this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve a special. Okay, so that's another wide stance. Awesome. Okay, so that will be 3 damage unless I defend or such, which I'm going to. I'm going to get rid of Spider-Man Miles Morales, unfortunately, to do Mockingbird's ability to prevent all damage from that attack. But now I have to get rid of another card. And I get rid of Mockingbird. Oh, this game is going to be over. Okay, so that was her attack. Now we go to the encounter phase. Barrel rolled. Incite 1 surge. When revealed, place 1 evasion counter on Nebula's ship. Son of a biscuit. Incite 1 is When a card with the Incite is revealed, place X threat on the main scheme. And that is the game. Because there's 9. There's 9 threat on the main scheme. And it would have surged anyways, which would have been another technique. Whew. Well, that wasn't great. Okay. Lessons learned. Nebula is hard. Hawkeye is better than I expected. I probably didn't play him exactly right. But overall, that was fun. I liked it. I'll put a link in the description to the specific deck I used, because again, I don't net deck. So if you want to check that out, you can. I don't have the Miss Marvel pack, so I subbed in 2 cards that were in Miss Marvel's in the deck list. So I can't remember what they are. You'll probably notice them as you watch. But here, let me get this off of here. Bink. Hello. So yeah. So again, let me plug it and just say subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Check out the reviews and other gameplays and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will take Nebula and Hawkeye for a ride again. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be next on the randomized wheel, but that was fun. That played. I feel like Hawkeye is relatively well suited for Nebula, and I just probably screwed the pooch a little bit in my kind of play order of what I should do. So yeah. thanks for tuning in after the fact, those of you watching from the future, and I will see y'all later.